All right, we are live. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chris, and this is my channel, We Love Comics. And I am going to be doing a review slash giveaway today. So if you want to be in the contest, all you have to do is be a subscriber of mine, hit the like button, and when this video uploads, all you have to do is put a comment in the comment section that you would like to be entered into the contest. And I will do the contest. I'll wait until Sunday night before I pick a winner on Monday, and then I will mail it out anywhere in the world to anyone who is interested in the contest. So to qualify, you have to be a subscriber, you have to like the video, and you have to leave a comment once the video is uploaded. The live chat doesn't count. So let me put on the video camera. I'm going to show you exactly the comic I'm reviewing. There's two comics, issue 1 and issue 2. I'm not going to talk about issue 2 because it's on sale as of tomorrow. So you have the chance to go to your local comic book store to be able to pick it up. If you are unable to find it at your local comic book store and issue 1 is already out, I am now putting their website address so you can order directly from their website. Their name is Uncharted Wilderness Studios. From what I can understand, you can order the comics directly from them, but they've actually told me that they prefer you support your local comic book stores, which I think is very nice of them to say, but your local store may or may not have the book. So if they don't have it, go to their website. Again, the link will be right here in the live chat, and I'll also put it as a pinned comment in the comments section. So the book we are reviewing today, issue number 1, is already out. This is called The World of Tomorrow. And again, this is by Uncharted Wilderness Studios. And let me give some shout outs to the people who made the book. Episode 1 is called See You Tomorrow. The writer is Giles Clark. Pencils and ink, forgive me if I mispronounce the name, it's Keenan Halovic. Colorist is Felipe Obando. Letterer is Anwald Design. And Randolph and Top's rear cover art, Jason Millette. So, I'm not going to give any major spoilers or anything about the book. First thing I'm going to say is, when I first started reading this, I was like, alright, this seems a little bit cheesy, but there's actually a purpose to the beginning of it being that way. This is basically set in the times of around the 50s of Hollywood. It starts out, well, I don't know if I want to give that away. Don't judge the book by the beginning first 2 or 3 pages. Because at first I thought, wow, if this is the comic, I'm not sure if I want to review it. But then after about 2 pages, you realize what is actually going on the first pages. You have your main hero is Greg Barstow. Your quote-unquote villain is Mr. Z. It has to do with the Hollywood scene. It's a 6-part miniseries. As far as the artwork is concerned, it's almost got a Walking Dead kind of feel to it. Like the first probably 20 issues of The Walking Dead, that kind of art style, although this is in color. The Walking Dead was in black and white. So the artwork is nice. If you like to read, especially the first issue, there's a lot, and I'll show just one page. There is a lot of dialogue. So if you're one of those people that likes comic books where you actually get to read and it's just nothing but, photographs and images, I'll show another page. You will enjoy this. The words are a little bit on the smaller side, so if you have vision problems, you're probably going to have a little bit of a difficult time with it, but that's for us old people. As far as the coloring is concerned, it has like an earth tone kind of color to it. It's not a very vibrant colored book. It's got a lot of like browns and yellows and oranges. So it kind of gives like an older feeling to the book, which makes sense considering this is supposed to be based in like a 50s Hollywood era. So the artwork's pretty decent. The story, it's not a superhero comic, even though at the beginning of the book you're going to think that, because as you can see, they're showing like an alien there, and there's like a talking dog in the beginning right over there. But then it reveals into what the real story is about. So overall, you know, like any first issue of a new series, of a new character, you got to get to know the character. So they give a background of the main character, owes money to the mob, and that's going to cause events down the line. The show that they're doing is in jeopardy of being canceled. So there's going to be, like I said, a 6-part adventure. The first issue is already out. This is issue 2. So in case you're interested, coming out tomorrow. This one, it's got more of a glossy feel to it. Like I said, I'm not going to give any details on the second one because the second one is not out yet. But it's got a more glossier feel. It's got less writing in this one. So, as you can see, compared to the first issue, there's not as much reading. Because, you know, like I said, in a first issue, you have to kind of set the story of what's happening. Alright, my opinions of this. The art style, and I'll show it to you. It's, I mean, first of all, I want to thank Giles Clark, who sent me this. They sent me the 2 comics. And by the way, this is the comic that I will be giving away. It's a one-shot that they did. So I will be giving this away, where you can enter at the end of this video once it uploads. I will send that anywhere in the world. I will pay for the shipping and handling. And I'll show, it's a kind of a horror western. I actually like the art style in this one. It's almost got a little bit of a Todd McFarlane kind of look to it in this one shot. That's why I'm giving this one away. And it's a little bit more colorful, but it's a horror western. And I think people will like this. So I'm going to give that one away. As far as The World of Tomorrow, if you like reading comics, you are definitely going to enjoy this book. The artwork, I have to be honest with my subscribers. First of all, I'm not getting paid to do this. You know, I will never do anything with somebody where I get paid, because then you have to say nothing but nice things. The artwork is acceptable. It's not the greatest, but it's not bad. So I'll say that right off the bat. But it's kind of a little bit generic. Storyline, like I said at first, it kind of gives you a little bit of a twist. So thank goodness for that, because if you know anything about, it's almost like watching some of the early TV show Star Treks, where they were kind of cheesy, but people loved it for that. Again, the coloring style, it's got, like I said, very earthy tones. The second issue is an improvement as far as art style and coloring. And like I said, it's got more of a glossy feel to it. So you're going to have to get to know the characters. It's definitely worth taking a chance on and reading. I always say, you know, supporting independent comic book companies, to me, is just something that I think more of us should do. And again, this is a 6-part miniseries. There's not tons of action yet, but there are more issues to go. So it's going to be the first issue or two is going to kind of set everything up. So that's to be expected when they're trying to get you to understand what the comic is about, what the characters are about. Overall, I would give this comic about a B-. And if I was rating it out of 10, I'd give it about a 6.5. Because it's definitely not bad. It's a great read. Like I said, first issue has a lot of reading. I just think color-wise, they're trying to make the tone, make it look a little bit older, so I understand where they're going. But if you're somebody that likes very vibrant kind of comics, this one is going to seem, color-wise, a little bit more on the generic side. But I still think it is worth taking the chance on and see where it goes. Because you never know. If it ends up enough people like these, they may continue the story beyond a 6-part series. So I have a lot of respect for anybody that can make their own creations. And I give them nothing but the best. And I hope this goes very well for them. I say give it a try. See what you like about it. Again, the art style, it's kind of Walking Dead-ish, but with some color. The story, it's going to take a little bit to build it. So I hope as of issue 3 and on, they get more deeper into the action parts. Because the first issue is kind of getting to know everybody. So it's still worth the read. But if you're looking for a comic like a Spider-Man or a Spawn or Batman, you're not going to get that here because this is not a superhero comic. But not everybody has to like superhero comics. Some people like the dramas. Some people like horror. Some people like other variations of comics. And I think if you're one of those people and you enjoy the reading of a comic, this is one you want to give a chance to. Again, issue 1 is already out. Issue 2 will be out tomorrow. So they do recommend you go to the local comic book stores to see if they could pick it up. And I'll show you again issue number 2, which comes out tomorrow. So in case you are looking, because I'm sure this is not going to have a very large print run. So your comic book store may have maybe 10 or less copies, which means if people are interested, it's going to go quick. But you can order it from their website directly. And that is where I posted in the live chat. And I will also post it in the comments section once this video is uploaded. So again, the giveaway, we're going to go until Sunday. So it gives people the opportunity. If you would like to win this one-shot comic, it's Rougarou, forgive me if I mispronounce that, and I'll give a little bit of a background. A Colorado ranch, 1868. A young girl is attacked by a mysterious creature in the dead of night. The next morning, a U.S. Marshal arrives and recounts the tale of the Rougarou. I'm so going to butcher that, I'm sorry. A beast that has been tracking across the country, but is always one step behind. Now, what began as one of the main missions of justice will lead to a showdown that no one could have expected. So this book is normally $3.99. I do like the art style in this one. That's why I decided to give this one away for the contest. And as you can see, it's got a lot more bright coloring, especially for a horror book. But I like the art style. From what I read from this, and I won't give anything away on it, I would give this one a B+ to an A-. I think this one you're going to enjoy, so that's the one I'm going to give away for the contest. And again, I'll show one of the panels I showed before. It's almost got, like you could see whoever was drawing on this almost has like a Todd McFarlane inspiration behind his artwork. I can give you all the people involved in it. Writer and editor is Giles Clark. Pencil and inks is Jose Rondon. Let me see, which is, yeah, different from the other book. Colorist is Felipe Obando. Letterer is Anwald Design. So pretty much most of the team is here, but there's a different artist. As far as artwork, I like the artwork on this one a little bit better. But, you know, like anything, art is subjective to the individual. So don't base what I like or don't like on what you might like or not like. It's just my opinion on it. It doesn't mean anything's bad or good based on my decision. You know, somebody could look at a piece of art and say it's the most beautiful thing they've ever seen. Another person can look at that same piece of art and say, oh my God, what is this mess? So I can only give my opinion based on my experience. But I would say overall, this is not for a book that's not made by a major publishing company. They did a very good job on this. I mean, it's got very good paper quality. You know, a lot of the independent books tend to end up being black and white, especially from, you know, something that's not Image or, you know, some of the recognizable studios, because obviously it's going to be cheaper to do black and white. So kudos to them for their first attempt at the comics to do a color book. And, you know, if it becomes something popular, I would not be surprised if they don't put more and more into it. You could read in the back the passion that they had behind making this. They give a preview of issue 2 in issue number 1. Creative team, you know, producing a comic book is a team effort. And they give a shout out to the people. You could tell they definitely are very proud of their work, and they should be. I think for an independent book, it is definitely better than what I would say I would have expected when it comes from a studio I've never heard of before. So I think you should give them a chance. The book is called World of Tomorrow. It's a 6-part miniseries. Issue number 1, and I just want to make sure they didn't put a price on issue 2, but I will assume it's the same, because issue number 1 is $3.99. The one shot is $3.99. So they didn't put a price on issue 2, but I would assume it's the same price, $3.99. Which again, considering most comics like from Marvel, DC, Image, and them, they're $4.99 and up. So you're getting a little bit better deal on this. It is a good read. It is definitely a book for people who like having a lot of reading to do in a comic. The story will take off as it goes, because part 2, issue 2, and I also have issue 3, which I can't talk about because it's not going to be out for a while. The pacing does pick up. So issue 1 is going to be based on setting up the characters, because it's a universe you don't know about, characters you don't know about, and you have to establish them. So that's understandable. So it's going to be a lot more of a reading chore for the first issue, but there's not as much reading to do, and there's a little bit more action in the other issues. Now, I don't have past issue 3, so I don't know where it concludes, but I think it's definitely worth taking the chance on. So hopefully you will support this company. Again, it is a shout out to Gills Clark, Uncharted Wilderness Studios. Their phone number, if you want to call them, is 760-401-5650. Or you could message them at Giles, that is Giles, at uwstudios.com. Think of it, Uncharted Studios, so uwstudios.com. So, about Giles and Uncharted Wilderness Studios, I'm going to read this. As a lifelong reader of comic books, I came to comic creation through the world of film and television production. You could tell that with this book. After a 9-year career as an infantryman in the U.S. Marines, so thank you for your service for that, Uncharted Wilderness Studios was born out of a desire to publish engaging stories told well and create a catalog of memorable characters who can save the world from yet another reboot. So, are the characters memorable? Time will tell on this. I think it's something worth giving a shot to. I think it could use some improvements, but, you know, it's like anything. When you're starting out for something yourself, you go based on what your experience is, you wait for feedback from people, and you go from there. So if I was going to give my honest feedback, and again, I don't have all 6 issues, so it could definitely be going in that direction. It needs a little bit more action. The first issue is all about really kind of setting the scene. Color-wise is not bad, but I think, like I said, the one shot that they gave me as well, I think that if they go in that direction, I think they really got something good on their hands. This one shot I would like to see more of. So this is the one I'm going to give away, and hopefully you'll like it. So if you want to be in the contest, once this video uploads, you have to like the video, you have to be a subscriber, and you put in the comment section that you want to enter into the contest next Sunday. I will randomly choose, I will do one of those spinning wheel things where I'll pick all the names and then we'll do a live spinning of the wheel. And the person that gets that, I will mail it to them, and I will pay for the shipping and handling, even if it's overseas. It's my way of saying thank you. So I got a couple of questions about some movies. I'm not going to do that here. I'll do it on another video. But yes, I did see Spider-Verse, and I'll say this. I'm glad I saw it. It's worth seeing. It's a little drawn out, but it wasn't bad. It's definitely better than most of the movies out there. Some of them I will not see, like somebody said about the Little Mermaid. There's no way I'm going to see that. You know, and I like the original Little Mermaid. So I'm going to leave it at that because this review is for the World of Tomorrow. So go check out their website. Again, I'm going to put it in the live chat, the website where you can contact them directly. And it's also going to be in the comments section. So please make sure you give them some support, give them some positive feedback. If you want to do a review, I'm sure they will have no problem with that at all. Like I said, I like to be honest with my reviews, so I am very grateful they were kind enough to reach out to me and send me these comics and give me one that I can do for a giveaway. I just think it needs a little bit more improvement, but it's not bad. It's definitely a great starting off point for a new company, and I wish them nothing but the best. You guys know me. I'm more of a collector of older comics, so this would not be for some. This wouldn't be for someone like myself. If you're an investor, a collector, or you love old, Golden Age, Silver Age, superhero comics, this book is not going to be for you. But if you want a decent story, if you want something new that's beyond just, Spider-Man shooting his webs and Batman throwing a batarang, and you want a story, this is something worth taking the chance on. So I want to thank the people that hit the like button. 6 people were kind enough to do that. There are currently 8 viewers. I hope Giles gets a couple of sales out of this. Unfortunately, my channel isn't what it used to be. So I appreciate they even wanted me to do a review because I just don't have the crowd that I once had. But I still appreciate it. You thought of me. And I hope I did it justice. And I hope you appreciate my honesty. Because to me, I think it's very important to be straightforward with the people that watch your videos, because integrity should mean everything. And the good thing is, if you give constructive, honest criticism, things can improve. If everybody just says nothing but nice things about something or anything, then people will think, well, it's perfect the way it is. There's no room for improvement. And anything can be improved. And I think even companies like Disney these days really could hear some constructive criticism, because they're definitely not improving anymore. So I hope you appreciate my honesty. Go check out the book. Part 2 comes out tomorrow. If you can't get it at your local comic book store, go on their website and order directly from them. And if you do, just tell them We Love Comics sent you. So thanks for watching, everybody. Once this video uploads, leave your comment in the comment section that you'd like to be entered into the contest, and I will give that comic away. We'll do the drawing. The contest will end to enter on Sunday, and most likely either Monday or Tuesday I will pick the winner, and I'll mail it out that week. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoy that comic, and don't forget, everybody, it is not you, it is not I, it is We Love Comics. Have a great day. I'll see you.